He looks at the woman he has secretly loved for 20 years. The next moment, Lee Eun-soo suddenly shifts closer and leans into his arms. The person he has loved from afar is right there, yet he doesn't dare move. When he tries to push her away, she presses even closer. Each time he resists, she hugs him tighter, leaving Sunwoo so nervous that he doesn't sleep the entire night. Han Sunwoo is a photographer, and Lee Eun-soo is his childhood friend, someone he has known since they were young. In Sunwoo's camera, Eun-soo is always the most beautiful. Eun-soo works as a lyricist, and in order to seize a rare opportunity, she submits her carefully written song. Although the producer thinks the song is good, he feels it is too bright and cheerful, lacking the raw pain of unrequited love. Because it doesn't feel real enough, her work is rejected. Unwilling to give up, Eun-soo begs the producer for 2 more weeks to revise the lyrics. As she always does, she calls Sunwoo over and pours out her frustrations. She complains that she wrote sincerely, yet was told her song lacked emotion. She says she doesn't understand what is so special about unrequited love. If your heart flutters, shouldn't you have the courage to confess? Why must it be filled with sadness and pain? Sunwoo quietly shares his thoughts. He explains that love allows people to express their feelings freely, but unrequited love is different. Even when you want to confess, you have to swallow your words back. Eun-soo becomes curious about how Sunwoo understands such feelings so deeply, as if he has experienced them himself. She asks him who the person is. 4 years earlier, when the photography contest rankings were announced, Sunwoo had planned to confess to Eun-soo. However, when the results came out, he placed second. Eun-soo immediately became upset, questioning why Sunwoo wasn't first and even insisting on protesting the results. At the same time, Eun-soo was trying to move on from her cheating ex-boyfriend and had decided to stop writing sad songs. A friend suggests that instead of dwelling on the past, Eun-soo should date Sunwoo. She immediately rejects the idea. She is afraid that if they ever broke up, they would lose even their friendship. She wants them to stay together forever, as friends. From that moment on, Sunwoo hides his feelings. Understanding Eun-soo's fears, he gives up on confessing and sits alone in disappointment, quietly putting away the confession gift he had prepared. To understand unrequited love better, Eun-soo invites Sunwoo to live at her place for 2 weeks and help her write lyrics. Afraid of ruining their lifelong bond, Sunwoo refuses at first. Later, on the way home, a drunk Eun-soo nearly gets hit by an electric scooter. As always, Sunwoo takes care of her gently, lending her his jacket and staying by her side. At a claw machine, Eun-soo playfully says that if she manages to catch a doll, Sunwoo must come live with her. She fails and starts pouting, trying to reach inside the machine herself. Sunwoo has no choice but to pull her away. Early the next morning, he shows up at her door because his roommate's girlfriend has come over, leaving him with nowhere else to stay. In the end, he moves into Eun-soo's place. They begin living together. Sunwoo cooks while Eun-soo prepares the ingredients, and they clean the house side by side. Afterward, one cooks while the other eats. Eun-soo tastes the food and suggests it should be paired with makgeolli. Before she realizes it, she drinks too much. Sunwoo tries to get her to go to her room, but she insists on sleeping there. Afraid she might get cold, he gently covers her with a blanket and lies quietly beside her, staying until morning. When Eun-soo slowly opens her eyes, the two lock eyes. Later, she accidentally discovers folders about herself on Sunwoo's computer, photos of her from every single year. She suddenly recalls Sunwoo's words about unrequited love, about having to swallow your feelings even when you want to express them. She had assumed Sunwoo was in love with someone else and had even felt secretly jealous. She remembers waking up drunk in Sunwoo's arms and hearing him say she was driving him crazy. Even while brushing her teeth, those words won't leave her mind. During breakfast, Sunwoo casually asks whether she heard anything in her sleep, making her heart race. When Sunwoo listens to Eun-soo's revised song, he says the lyrics are still too weak. If the only thing you can do with the person you love is let your fingertips touch, wouldn't that be unbearably sad? Eun-soo realizes that these emotions are not hypothetical, they are Sunwoo's own feelings. She reaches out and touches his fingertip, causing Sunwoo to freeze. Then she grabs his hand, and he freezes again. Frustrated yet honest, Eun-soo sighs and says that if you can simply hold on to someone like this, shouldn't that be enough? She suggests they go for a walk. As they walk, Eun-soo asks whether this is the same feeling she has toward the person she loves from afar. Sun-woo admits that the hardest part of unrequited love is wanting to give everything but being unable to do so. Eun-soo then says there is something she wants, leaving Sun-woo stunned once again. In the end, the two quietly share chocolate together. Eun-soo becomes curious and asks Sun why there are foods he liked as a child but no longer eats now. Sun-woo casually replies that it's because Eun-soo liked them back then, so he ate them to match her tastes. Soon after, the two go together to meet the producer Eun-soo admires. The producer initially assumes the two are a couple, but Eun-soo quickly explains that they are just very close friends. The producer places an orange-flavored drink in front of Eun-soo. Sun-woo immediately switches the drink with his own, saying that Eun-soo hates orange flavor. However, Eun-soo calmly replies that she has always liked it. Feeling jealous, Sun-woo snatches the drink back from her hand and drinks it all in one go. To show his displeasure, he even makes strange sounds while drinking. On the way back, Eun-soo becomes angry at Sun-woo's rude behavior. Still upset, Sun-woo returns to his studio. When his friend finds out that Sun-woo plans to confess to Eun-soo before leaving the country, he encourages him. Gathering his courage, Sun-woo goes out to apologize to Eun-soo, only to receive flowers from her apologizing first. After making up, the two happily go grocery shopping together. Sun-woo even buys chocolate especially for Eun-soo. As soon as they return home, they are startled by Eun-soo's mother. Eun-soo hurriedly explains that Sun-woo is only staying temporarily. Her mother pulls out chairs for them to sit, then brings out tarot cards. She tells Sun-woo to focus on what is troubling his heart and sincerely choose 3 cards with his left hand. After Sun-woo picks the cards, Eun-soo's mother immediately sees that he has someone he loves, and that it is a pure and genuine love. The second card represents endless sincerity, and the third card reveals where the person he loves is. Sun-woo becomes visibly flustered. Seeing this, Eun-soo's mother says that the person he likes is far away. After that, she packs up and prepares to leave, but before going, she hands the last card to Sun-woo, saying it is a lucky charm. Later, while eating, Eun-soo says she wants to experience what the air feels like at 4:40 a.m. Sun-woo insists he would never do something so crazy, yet in the end, he indulges her and accompanies her anyway. That night, Eun-soo accidentally discovers folders on Sun-woo's computer containing photos of herself from every single year. Only then does she realize that the man she thought was photographing landscapes had actually been photographing her all along. At that moment, Sun-woo walks out. When Sun-woo notices her using his laptop, Eun-soo quickly switches the screen and jokingly explains that she was just checking if there were any couple photos inside. She then adds that Sun-woo's colleague urgently sent him a photo. Now fully realizing that Sun-woo has been secretly in love with her, Eun-soo carefully tests him by asking when he started liking that person. To avoid embarrassment, Sun-woo refuses to share. Seeing that Sun-woo is getting upset, Eun-soo stops pressing further. Unable to focus on writing lyrics, Eun-soo tears up her draft. Suddenly, she remembers an old lyric notebook. When she finds it, she notices Sun-woo's name written on the cover. Inside, she sees photos she once pasted herself, even scribbling "idiot" above Sun-woo's head. She brings her revised lyrics to the producer and unexpectedly receives his approval. She is even invited to have dinner with the singer. Excited, Eun-soo rushes to share the news with her best friend, who is genuinely happy for her. Her friend curiously asks whether she has told Sun-woo yet. Eun-soo says she hasn't, then wonders aloud how a friendship of 15 years can turn into marriage. Her friend laughs and says there's nothing strange about it. If you didn't like them yesterday but like them today, that's enough. Her friend's husband jokingly asks whether Sun-woo has already confessed. Instead of denying it, her friend looks pleased. Eun-soo asks how they knew, and her friend teases her for being so slow to realize it only now. The couple could tell just by looking at Sun-woo's eyes. They advised Eun-soo to take this chance and think things through carefully. Eun-soo also feels that she will never find someone like Sun-woo again. When she thinks about spending 2/3 of her life with him, she feels sad and frightened, afraid that he might get hurt. What Eun-soo doesn't know is that Sun-woo is about to go abroad. Yet Sun-woo himself isn't happy at all. Looking at the photos on the wall, he sees his dream and the expectations Eun-soo once had for him. She was the one who gave him his first camera, and now Sun-woo is living the life Eun-soo once hoped for him. When Eun-soo returns home feeling down, Sun-woo brings her flowers as an apology. Eun-soo quickly forgives him, feeling guilty for not considering his feelings and for constantly questioning him. At last, Sun-woo answers the question she has been asking. He realized he liked her 8 years ago, because she was the only person besides his mother who truly trusted him. No matter what he wanted to do or what he had already done, Eun-soo always believed in him unconditionally and told him he was the best. Sun-woo admits that he was planning to confess to her. Eun-soo is left completely flustered. When she carefully steps outside, she runs into Sun-woo at the door. Afraid of the awkwardness of a confession, she freezes, but Sun-woo simply wraps a scarf around her neck. When she sees him fixing the bicycle she loves, she understands everything. However, when Sun-woo asks when she will be coming home, Eun-soo hurriedly interrupts him, saying she has a dinner gathering that night and might not return until morning. She rushes off in a panic. Sun-woo waits late into the night, calling her again and again, but Eun-soo doesn't answer. While Eun-soo is out at dinner, she doesn't know that Sun-woo has been waiting for her the entire time, repeatedly glancing at the door. When it gets very late, he can't help but call her again, but still can't reach her. Worried, Sun-woo rushes out to look for her. Meanwhile, after Eun-soo's dinner ends, the producer invites her to continue the evening elsewhere. Unable to refuse, she follows him to a more upscale restaurant. There, the producer unexpectedly confesses to her. He tells her that the way she gets nervous over revising a single lyric and the seriousness she shows toward her work are what make her attractive. Seeing her flustered, he gently tells her not to rush and to answer him slowly. At that moment, Sun-woo arrives and witnesses the scene. He pretends it's a coincidence, saying he came to buy medicine and a bottle of wine for a friend to celebrate something good. The producer finds it strange that someone would buy wine at a wine bar, but Sun-woo awkwardly explains that he's looking for something that pairs well with food. He even tastes the dishes and says they're quite good. Sensing the tension, Eun-soo makes an excuse to leave. When the producer stands up, Sun-woo reaches for what looks like a wine bottle, but in fact he's picking up the scarf Eun-soo dropped earlier. Realizing Sun-woo's feelings, the producer admits that he has already confessed to Eun-soo. Sun-woo looks at the wine in front of him and asks whether Eun-soo likes it. The producer answers confidently. Just then Eun-soo returns, but Sun-woo has no intention of leaving. Feeling dizzy, Eun-soo says she wants to go home. Only then does Sun-woo excuse himself, asking the producer to make sure Eun-soo gets home safely. Later, Sun-woo meets his friend and pours out his heart. He says that as long as he can see Eun-soo smile, he is content. Wrapping a scarf around her on cold days feels like his responsibility. He only wants Eun-soo to feel comfortable by his side. He almost let her understand his true feelings, but then he remembered that Eun-soo doesn't even like red wine, yet she drank it that night. Realizing what that might mean, Sun-woo decides to let go and sincerely support Eun-soo. When Eun-soo returns home, she sees the bicycle Sun-woo repaired. That night, she sits by the window until morning, holding his scarf and recalling his words about confessing to the one he loves. Unable to hold back, she calls Sun-woo, but he doesn't answer. Early the next morning, Eun-soo rushes to Sun-woo's studio, only to learn that he is leaving the country immediately and will be gone for at least a year. Back at home, Eun-soo encourages Sun-woo to choose his dream, telling him that her friendship will always be on his side. Having decided to let go, Sun-woo tells her to take care of herself, as he will be leaving the next day. While waiting for the airport bus, Sun-woo nags Eun-soo like a mother, reminding her of everything. After seeing him off, Eun-soo receives a message from Sun-woo saying that he has used all the oranges she hates to make orange marmalade. 8 years ago, the day before Sun-woo left as well, he had done the same, nagging her endlessly. The two part reluctantly. After Sun-woo leaves, Eun-soo breaks down in tears. What she doesn't know is that Sun-woo turns back halfway through the night. Worried that Eun-soo might get caught in the rain after work, Sunwoo turns back, only to see Eun-soo crying because of him. At that moment, he doesn't know what to do. This time, Eun-soo can no longer hold back her tears. She finally realizes that she, too, has been secretly in love with Han Sunwoo for 8 years. Waiting becomes a painful thing. Eun-soo slowly learns to eat the orange marmalade Sunwoo made for her. Every meal she cooks, she shares with him. Whenever she receives a message from him, she feels happy. In winter, she still wraps herself in the scarf Sunwoo gave her. Soon, a year passes. Eun-soo is promoted and becomes a recognized, skilled lyricist. At the same time, she receives an invitation to collaborate with a top music star. The first people she goes to share the news with are her close friends. Her friend is so excited that she even wants to follow Eun-soo to see the famous musician at work, saying it would be enough just to watch from afar. Her husband jokes that she can just look it up online, but she snaps back, complaining that if Sunwoo were here, he would definitely speak up for her. Eun-soo quietly agrees. Eun-soo and Sunwoo keep in touch once or twice a week. She shares the news about collaborating with the music star with him. She recalls how, when Sunwoo was by her side, he would always encourage her to talk about her feelings. Back then, Eun-soo had set her goal on working with this very artist, someone Sunwoo also admired, a singer whose songs he could listen to all day without getting tired of. The next day, Eun-soo brings some oranges to Sunwoo's studio, looking for an old ID photo she once took there. Instead, she notices that the photo placed at the very center of the photo wall is of herself. Curious, she wonders when Sunwoo took that picture. In the lower right corner of the photo is the same tarot card Sunwoo drew the last time they played tarot. Eun-soo stares at the photo, lost in thought. Just then, Sunwoo's colleague receives a call from Sunwoo. Excited, Eun-soo wants to speak to him, but the call ends quickly. She's told that Sunwoo's signal is bad and he can't talk for long. Feeling disappointed, Eun-soo's phone rings again. This time, it's the producer. He invites Eun-soo to dinner and brings up his confession again. Eun-soo is honest with him. She admits that she lied before. She doesn't actually like drinking red wine. She thanks the producer sincerely, saying that without him, she wouldn't be where she is today. She confesses that she did feel her heart flutter at one point, but being in such places makes her feel heavy. She thought she could get used to drinking something she disliked, but in the end, she couldn't. The producer sighs and says that now he understands why Sunwoo asked that question back then. At the time, he hadn't realized what the bitterness in Sunwoo's expression meant. Even so, he promises that he won't give up on working with Eun-soo. When Eun-soo returns home, she finds the house unusually neat and tidy. Without thinking, she calls out Sunwoo's name, only to be startled by her mother. Her mother hands her a letter Sunwoo had prepared for his confession. Curious, Eun-soo asks her mother if she still has the tarot cards. With a sincere heart, Eun-soo draws 3 cards. The first card represents a new opportunity. The second card represents her determination. Strangely enough, the third card is the exact same one Sunwoo drew before. Eun-soo remembers it being something like, a person far away. But her mother tells her the truth. That was a lie she told Sunwoo. The card didn't mean someone far away. It meant the person right in front of him. Eun-soo asks why her mother lied back then. Her mother explains that she could tell Sunwoo's secret feelings were about to be exposed, so she helped cover for him. Eun-soo's mother tells her that although new opportunities can come at any time, making a decision only takes a moment, and when the timing is right, she must seize it. After thinking it through, Eun-soo chooses to keep the second card. The next day, she unexpectedly runs into Han Sunwoo, who has returned. The two people who had secretly loved each other for 20 years meet again after being apart for a year. Soon after, Sunwoo comes to Eun-soo's house. He buys her all kinds of chocolates and also prepares a notebook for songwriting. Eun-soo complains that Sunwoo hadn't replied to her messages and worries that something might have happened to him. Sunwoo explains that he had planned to send a message at the airport, but he deliberately came in person because he wanted to see Eun-soo's reaction. Seeing the flowers beside Sunwoo, Eun-soo feels a little disappointed. While Eun-soo is helping her mother take out Sunwoo's scarf, she accidentally discovers something else inside. Curious, she opens it and finds a note and a necklace. The note reads, I hope every moment of your life has me by your side. This makes Eun-soo even more certain that Sunwoo likes her. She takes out the tarot cards her mother gave her and hesitates for a moment. Then, finally gathering her courage, she sends Sunwoo a message saying she has something she wants to tell him. However, the flowers Sunwoo brought are not for her, and he will only be staying for 10 days. Suddenly, Sunwoo leans closer, gently touches Eun-soo's head, and praises her for being amazing and for finally achieving her long-held dream. When Sunwoo checks his phone, Eun-soo feels even more downhearted. But then Sunwoo tells her to put on her coat because they're heading out. It turns out the flowers were prepared for a friend's birthday. After the birthday celebration ended, Sunwoo and Eun-soo took a walk together. Sunwoo suddenly asked about the message Eun-soo had sent earlier, asking what she wanted to say. Eun-soo looked at him for a long time but still couldn't bring herself to confess her feelings. Instead, she told him to take good care of himself while abroad. She wrapped the scarf around his neck and teased him, asking if he had forgotten how cold winters are in Korea. Those were the exact words Sunwoo had wanted to say to her. Early the next morning, Eun-soo brought desserts to Sunwoo's studio, only to discover that someone else had already bought plenty of snacks. Just after they sat down, Sunwoo was called out by his junior. When Eun-soo found out the girl was Sunwoo's junior, she felt even more disappointed, especially after seeing how close the two of them were. While editing photos together, Eun-soo grew jealous watching their interactions. After returning home, she wrote in her personal songwriting notebook, "Sunwoo, what should I do?" Then she added, "Do nothing. Endure. No, don't endure anymore." After struggling internally, Eun-soo received a message from Sunwoo inviting her to a studio dinner. She hurriedly picked out an outfit and rushed over. When she arrived, Sunwoo and his junior were still busy working. Feeling jealous, Eun-soo threw away the late-night food she had brought. She took off her coat loudly to get attention, but Sunwoo didn't respond. She sat beside them and picked up Sunwoo's camera to play with it, but the junior warned her that it was expensive and told her not to damage it. Eun-soo put it down and picked up a roll of film instead, but the junior again told her not to touch it. Eun-soo could only sit there bitterly, listening to their conversation. While drinking, Eun-soo looked at the photos on the wall and noticed that Sunwoo's tarot cards were no longer there. She sat alone outside the studio, feeling dejected, and took out her own tarot cards to think. At that moment, she heard Sunwoo escorting his junior out and quickly hid. She then overheard the junior acting cute and asking Sunwoo to date her. Sunwoo clearly replied that they were only in a senior-junior relationship. Despite that, the junior still insisted that Sunwoo come to see her the next day. After the junior left, Eun-soo remained sitting alone, overwhelmed with emotions. Han Sunwoo told Lee Eun-soo that she could come out. When Eun-soo stepped out, Sunwoo was about to call a cab to send her home. Eun-soo stopped him, using the excuse that she had eaten too much and wanted Sunwoo to take a walk with her. On the way back, Eun-soo mentioned that Sunwoo's junior seemed to like him very much. She said that her Sunwoo was indeed different. Most people would probably agree to date someone after being confessed to so many times, but Sunwoo didn't take advantage of the situation. As they walked, Eun-soo cautiously tested the waters and asked Sunwoo if they should date. Sunwoo reminded her that Eun-soo had once said they could only be friends. He said that of course he had rejected it, because Eun-soo had said she wanted them to be lifelong friends who would never separate. Eun-soo continued testing him, mentioning that their married friends had also gone from friends to family and were living happily now. But Sunwoo replied that they were just an exception. He then found an excuse to send Eun-soo home to rest. After Sunwoo left, Eun-soo began to regret the words she had said in the past. When she got home, she wrote in her notebook, "Why did I only realize this now? I think I'm such a fool. I shouldn't be so careless anymore." She couldn't help but feel sad. When she opened her calendar, she realized that the day Sunwoo would leave the country was approaching again. The next day, as she was heading out, Eun-soo saw the bicycle Sunwoo had repaired for her. Remembering how Sunwoo had taught her to ride, holding on to the same spot, she couldn't resist getting on the bike. As she rode, she suddenly stopped. At that moment, Eun-soo finally figured things out. She took out her phone and asked Sunwoo to meet her. That evening, Sunwoo arrived at their friend's place. where Eun-soo was already waiting. Sun-woo wondered why the couple wasn't there, and Eun-soo explained that they were off that day. She said she had something she wanted to tell Sun-woo and had borrowed the place for that reason. Eun-soo took out the lyrics she had written the night before and said that because of Sun-woo, she couldn't write the final line. She had been going back and forth in her thoughts all night and finally came to a conclusion. She couldn't keep suppressing her feelings anymore. Keeping them bottled up was too painful. Eun-soo confessed that when Sun-woo went to the military, she cried terribly. What she didn't know was that Sun-woo had seen her back then. At the time, Eun-soo thought she was just losing a friend, someone to eat instant noodles with at dawn, someone who would wrap a scarf around her when it was cold, someone she could complain to. But when Sun-woo left a year ago, Eun-soo finally understood. This was love. She had once thought that a crush was supposed to be sweet, innocent, and exciting. But every time she thought of Sun-woo, her heart felt heavy and aching, leaving her with no strength at all. What hurt her the most was realizing that throughout all those years, Sun-woo had endured this pain alone. She apologized for not noticing Sun-woo's feelings for so long. After listening quietly, Sun-woo simply wrote the final line in Eun-soo's lyric notebook, the line that should have been completed a year ago. He then stood up and held Eun-soo firmly. With their friends as witnesses, the two of them finally walked toward love together. Thank you for waiting with them. We'll meet again in the next love story.